This is 7 National News, and in our top story, the United Arab Emirates has formally joined the Paris Agreement following the Cabinet's approval on the 4th of September 2016. His Excellency Dr. Thani Al-Zayudi, the UAE Minister of Climate Change and Environment, deposited the UAE's instruction of ratification during the high-level event for the entry into force of the Paris Agreement, which was convened today by the UN Secretary-General over in New York. His Excellency stated that the Paris Agreement is the world's first truly durable response to climate change. It allows each country to contribute climate actions in accordance with their own economical and development priorities. For the UAE, this means solutions which create new social and economic opportunities and also support the country's ambitious agenda towards economic diversification. Additionally, the Ministry of Climate Change and Environment began developing the UAE National Climate Change Plan in June, which will set a national framework for climate action. The UAE is playing its part to tackle climate change with effective policies and initiatives that aim to diversify the economy into new knowledge-based industries. It has led the region in deploying clean energy with pioneering projects and policies, and was the first in the region to set a clean energy target of 24% by 2021. It's also deployed energy-saving infrastructures from strict green build codes to world-class light rail and metro systems. And continuing at the UN headquarters over in New York, the UAE has announced that it is set to welcome 15,000 Syrian refugees over the next 5 years, with the aim of sharing in the responsibility of addressing the Syrian refugee crisis. Speaking at the Leaders' Summit on Refugees over in the US, Her Excellency Reem Al-Hashmi, the UAE Minister of State for International Cooperation, stated that 5 years ago, before the Syrian crisis erupted, 115,000 Syrians lived and worked in the UAE, joining more than 200 different nationalities. And since then, the country has welcomed more than 123,000 Syrians. Ms. Al-Hashmi added that over the last 5 years, the UAE has provided over $750 million to support Syrian refugees, mainly in neighbouring countries that are facing considerable pressure. Her Excellency added that in refugee camps that the UAE has set up in Jordan, northern Iraq, and even in Greece, they provide basic life-saving support, and they are also looking to address often neglected services such as rehabilitation, education in emergencies, cash for food and work, vocational training, and care for those with mental illnesses. On the occasion of the 86th Saudi National Day, the UAE Vice President, Prime Minister and ruler of Dubai, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, has issued a directive to rename the Al Sufouh Street after the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, in recognition and appreciation of his role in supporting the Arab and Muslim world. The street will now be known as King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud Street. And according to Emirates news agency WAM, this reflects the historic relations between the two countries and recognises the kingdom's vision and role in enhancing solidarity between Arab nations. His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Crown Prince of Dubai, opened the renamed street in a ceremony on Wednesday, which was also attended by the chairman of the Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum Foundation, His Highness Sheikh Ahmed bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum. The UAE State Minister for Foreign Affairs, Dr. Anwar bin Mohammed Gargash, and the Ambassador of Saudi Arabia to the UAE, Dr. Mohammed bin Abdul Rahman Al Bishr. King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud Street is one of Dubai's most important roads, where many landmark hotels, tourist attractions and business facilities are located, including the Palm Jumeirah, the Madinat Jumeirah, Jumeirah Mina Al Salam, the Madinat Arena, the Souk Madinat, Dubai Marina and JBR. The street runs parallel to the waterfront stretching from Sakim Street in the north to Ghan Al Sabka Street in the south. As the UAE looks to increase its target for power generation from clean energies to 30% by 2030, the inaugural Intersolar Middle East exhibition in Dubai featured interesting discussions on energy innovation and offered new ways to tap solar energy. While highlighting the need for GCC countries to go solar, event organisers and companies attending the show revealed that electricity consumption in the region is growing at almost 8% a year, and the rising energy demand can only be met if Gulf states invest in clean energies in the future. As Dubai aims to source 25% of its energy from renewables by 2030, and Abu Dhabi plans to access 7% of its total electric power generation capacity by 2020. It was stressed that the UAE should continue to make use of the abundance of sunshine, as well as the space at its disposal, in order to develop large solar power plants. As part of its efforts to raise awareness about the use of clean technologies and saving energy, Hassan Al-Radaini, who works for Mubadala and travelled with the Solar Impulse 2 team recently, stated that despite many technological advancements in renewable energy, a lot more needs to be done to reap the fruits of investment in clean technologies.
Thankfully, we have the resources, you have the natural resources, we have the sun all year round, so that's a good thing from our end. But we should not forget that we live in a difficult climate. It's not just about having the sun. There's a lot of things intervening. We live in a desert climate, so you have, a lot of dust, a lot of wind, a lot of humidity, which can decrease efficiency of solar panels and other types of renewable energy technologies that we use. However, in the UAE, we don't just get those technologies, we test them, we adapt them to our current climate, which, as a country, we have a lot of room for improvement. There is solar panels, on an average, I would say they're 30 to 40% efficient, so you have a lot of room for improvement from there. Fostering R&D, research, innovation, so on and so forth.
With the aim of promoting the use of electric cars and creating a smart transportation revolution in the UAE, representatives of the electric vehicle road trip EVERT revealed plans for their first Emirates EVERT event in the UAE and their third overall, where a convoy of electric cars will set out on a road trip on the 11th of January next year and will cover all 7 Emirates before arriving back in the capital on the 16th of January.
So the Emirates Electric Vehicle Road Trip is a 5-day tour of the 7 Emirates, and we'll be stopping off at points of interest such as solar parks, sustainable cities, and some of the other initiatives that we see here in the UAE. And essentially what the road trip does and what the cars do is it showcases that you can drive in a sustainable way without compromising on speed, on style, on comfort, and even on cost. These cars are very cost effective depending on which car you bring on board. So we're showcasing that you can drive in a sustainable way. We're also educating and raising awareness about topics of energy, of sustainability, of energy efficiency. And it's a lot of fun. So we do activities along the journey, such as snorkeling or scuba diving in Fujairah, hiking in Ras Al Khaimah, and taking in some of the more enjoyable and leisurely activities of the UAE.
The Abu Dhabi police have developed an advanced messaging system that will instant message motorists about traffic violations. Brigadier Ali Khalfan Al-Daheri, the General Manager of the Central Operations General Directorate, revealed that the Abu Dhabi police are going to make its text messaging system for motorists more advanced and flexible. Should a motorist commit a traffic offence, he or she will get an instant text message with additional details such as the fine amount, the nature of the violation and the exact place, among others. The message will also detail any previous violations and fines. Al-Daheri stated that this will act as a warning to drivers to be more careful. The information on fines will help motorists pay the existing ones without waiting for vehicle registration renewals. As international leaders gathered in New York for the 71st session of the United Nations General Assembly, some students here in the UAE observed International Peace Day in a unique fashion. Dressed in the Harry Potter theme, students of GEM's New Millennium School marked International Peace Day with a message that it is in the hands of the young generation to ensure a peaceful environment. While keeping up with the theme, the students began their celebrations with a game of Quidditch to highlight teamwork and collaboration. Each year, International Day of Peace is observed around the world on the 21st of September, which coincides with the UN General Assembly. And the theme this year was the Sustainable Development Goals, Building Blocks for Peace. According to the principal of the school, the activities and events organised aim to help students understand the importance of creating and maintaining peace amongst themselves, as well as their families and their surroundings. It was added that community events play a crucial role in supporting global peace, as the school plans to organise a blood donation drive later this month.
So many world leaders who have recognized the importance of peace, going beyond religious norms and yet promoting peace. So I think where it can most impact is in schools, because these are young minds growing up, and opportunities like these give them time to reflect and not just understand what peace means, but to be able to endorse, the big difference that it can make. So celebrating World Peace Day, at least for New Millennium School, goes beyond the fact that we have 46 different nationalities of students. So we are able to tie them up on one platform, despite all differences, and signify the importance of this very unique and very tangible thread that we call peace.
I feel really good celebrating peace, because peace is all over the world. It's needed all over the world, as there are many wars going on today. These days, many people are being killed. There's so many wars in Britain, Syria. There's so many places which are being literally broken and being killed without peace and with these wars. So I think peace is needed, and I'm really happy celebrating peace today. And as today is the World International Peace Day, I would like to just tell and refer this, what we did today, as this is just for equality. This is for the smooth running of our school, as we have this in our school, and we would like to promote this program what we had to each and every other school.
It's very innovative in a way. Mostly peace is like peace treaties are signed and individually you go. Now it's like kids are getting into the movement and playing their way into peacefulness. It's innovative.
The World Peace Day should be a day where everyone stays and does no violence. For me, World Peace Day means a lot, as I feel, because this world is is full of violence. So I think we should make a better place for the people to stay, and peace.
And finally, looking to other news now, it promises to be an exciting weekend of intense cricket, as the World T20 Championships, the West Indies, are all set to take on Pakistan in back-to-back T20 games here in Dubai. The Dubai International Cricket Stadium over in Sports City will host the first two games of the bilateral series, with the final game set to take place over in Abu Dhabi later next week. The two sides will then meet in a three-match ODI series before playing 3 test matches here in the country, which will also be the first time the Emirates will host day-night test matches. Fans in the UAE can look forward to the explosive batting lineup of the Caribbean side, along with some competitive bowling from the home team. After a good summer of Test cricket over in England, the men in green have a lot at stake to improve their limited over game, as they are currently ranked at number 3. At a press conference, Pakistan cricketers said that they are aware of a weakened West Indies side, who are without their star batsman Chris Gayle and former captain Darren Sammy. Meanwhile, the West Indies coach has said that the unpredictability of both the teams means that it all boils down to the on-field performance on match day.
But that's the same thing you say about us, so it should make our preparation a lot easier in terms of, we know that they can be brilliant one day, but you've just got to stick to your game plans. You've got to stick with your disciplines, and once you plan properly, you remain disciplined. If they come out and play out of this world, there's nothing you can do about it. So it's just about planning properly, executing your plans, and staying as disciplined as possible.
Obviously, you make plans, and we all know that in T20 they're the best in the world, and they have very good cricketers. But obviously, we're gonna make plans against them, and we have good cricketers at the same time, and we're playing in our home conditions, and that's gonna give us slightly extra edge. But yes, having said that, I'm sure we are well prepared, and we have been practicing. We've done well against England in England, and we have that confidence. It's just that on that day, the day we're gonna play, we're gonna give our best.
Not only Chris Gayle, it's all about West Indies. We know how destructive their players are, and we know that anybody can just rise to the occasion on the day, and they can really hit you for boundaries of 4 or 6s. But only thing is that the way we will plan them, how we have to bowl and how we have to execute. I think if we will do our execution well, the way we have planned, I think we will be successful as we did in Manchester.
I think it's on the day because they can hit 6s to anyone. So basically, I don't think about that. I just go out there and play my game. What I know, what I learned, I just execute it, and rest leave it to God.